joining us in this particular segment is a Nollywood actor whose impressive range and ability to bring life into diverse roles has made him well known. He first came into my own perspective in the hit movie The Rattlesnake, the Hannah story, and has turned a large part of the audience into fans with his impressive acting range. Yep. Welcome with us, Onyebuchi Franklin Odurukwe. Yay! We know him online as Bucci Franklin. He's joining the conversation, telling us about the new Nollywood. Telling us about the fact that you're always playing bad guy.
Ah, wow.
Very suspicious bad guy. But you can join the conversation and farms him the way we are going to be doing over the next few minutes. Guy.
Wow.
Welcome to Your View. Get comfortable. Well, fans will love you. But we won't talk about how did you find yourself in the movie industry? You know, because you're smart, look good, and we want to make money. And what we've heard about the Nigerian movie industry is like this money is not as fast as they expect it to be. Is it a passion? Is it a calling? Is it something you've always wanted to do? So studied in school? Or how did you find yourself in our movie industry?
Thank you for that. I mean, like you said, you started the answer for me because I say it's a calling. Ah. Yeah, because I tell people this is my means of evangelism. Ooh. You know, so yeah, this is what I'm meant to do. And I started really early from church. I was the youngest kid in the men's drama fellowship. Okay. You know, so imagine playing an elder in an Anglican church. You know, you have like men in their 50s, and I think I was like 13 at the time. You know, so it's always been there. You know, so I'm not surprised that I'm here right now. I have to say this. I am a big fan of you guys.
Oh, thank you.
I love watching. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's it.
Let me just farm you. So wait, are you really from Liberia or Ghana?
He's Nigerian.
I am Nigerian.
Hey. Hi. Well, you don't watch movies and the name called the cast Bucci and the way he spelled. I said no, the guy is
Ghanaian.
No, so I had to change the name because at the time when I started, we had Bucci the comedian, Bucci the gospel artist.
Okay.
So I needed to, you know, identify.
So I really also I'm trying to remember the YouTube videos I saw you act Lovable.
Okay.
I've always seen you as the ruthless, somebody bad guy. You play it so well.
Wow, thank you.
So it has to, I used to think, you know the way we stereotype people, you have to be naturally a bad guy. So you have to explain. Is it
it looks very gentle here.
And let me just add, it's in the way you play it. It's like silently bad. Like it just oozes out. It's not like he's acting aggressive. You just know that this person is evil.
Wow. I mean, so you see the thing is, before you get any character, they send you a character Bible. You know, so I go through it and I understand what this character entails. I don't get to do too many projects. I'm not on every flick that comes out, so I take my time, you know, and I feel like that's why, by the grace of God, I get cast for, you know, these roles that I play. But, my dear, I am the sweetest person ever.
Oh, if you did say so yourself.
Who can we ask to confirm that? Is there somebody that can help us confirm it? Like a young lady somewhere?
Of course.
There is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
There is.
Oh, there's someone.
Oh, yes, there is.
So,
cool.
Are you married then?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
but I can't wait.
Very that is so sweet.
Yeah.
So very soon.
Oh, yeah, of course, very soon.
Yeah, so amongst all your movies that you've acted and all, which one was most challenging? Amongst all.
So I did a project with the Kemi Adetiba, Kemanaka. She is a phenomenal woman and director. It's called To Kill a Monkey. It's a Netflix original. I don't know when it's coming out.
It's not out, because I'm like, well, one of those waiting for it to drop. Okay.
The movie never comes.
You know, so to buttress what you asked about playing the bad guy, I did a lot of unspeakable things, you know, to be in that character. Because I played an Edo boy, a Benin boy, a hot-headed Benin boy. You know, and I've never been the longest I've been in Benin is 24 hours when I went to push a film for Trino Productions, the owners of The Weekend that I just shot.
Okay.
So I told a friend of mine to help me out with, because in Benin, the sand, it's red.
Yes.
You know, it's muddy. Like, so I wanted,
More clay.
so I wanted the soil and pure water, just to be able to connect with, you know, the Edo people. I needed pure water from Edo, from Benin, not Edo, Benin. You know, because I've never been there. You know, and I don't. The only friend I have that is Benin. He's quite polished. You know, so Sabi, he's not street. You know, so I had to do my own research. You know, I had to go online. I watched a couple of videos. I was watching comedians from Benin.
How they sound.
You know, and most importantly, I had to ask my Heavenly Father for access. You know, and I got it. So yes, I was.
We should be.
You know,
In
the
all
character.
Do you feel you're always
Sure, okay.
like? Do you feel like you've had more roles in being the hard guy and the bad guy?
I mean, evidently, yes. You know,
Yeah.
because Rattlesnake, Nze was a hothead, Far From Home, Brother Government, like Ishaya would say. Government was a, you know,
Do you choose those
Bad
roles
guy.
or they make you
I'm so here.
pick those roles?
I will wake up on a Sunday and choose a villain.
There's
When
something that
it
is
comes.
Well, I'd say that my the people that hire me understand that I take my job seriously. You know, I have a film in the cinema right now. It's called The Weekend, and I have to say this about the production company that hired me to do this film, Trino Productions. I've done a couple of films with them. There's one on Netflix. It's called The One for Sarah, and in that film, I wasn't a bad guy. Oh, you have to. You have to. It's a beautiful piece. And so the one I have in the cinema right now, which is called The Weekend, is a story about a dysfunctional family that are cannibals.
Wow.
You know, so I'm not a bad guy per se, but
you're
I'm
a
a
cannibal.
bad guy.
Oh, let's go for the clip. I'd like us to watch the trailer of that particular movie.
Maybe we should end this. It's very obvious you're hiding something.
Trust me, yeah? There are people you or anyone should not know.
Look here, my parents. This is Amicha Chazeta, and the old man is Chief Rector Chazeta.
You need to run away from here as fast as you can.
What are you talking about?
All right, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Mariam had a
Yes.
question.
Well, first, you know, to the trailer that we've just seen,
Yeah.
I give a lot of kudos to our actors. You do an amazing job, but I'm looking at directing, just production in general. A lot of things have improved. Looking at that trailer, I just want to get to watch it. I already feel the suspense, you know. So well done to that production.
Thank you.
But I would like to know, like personally, going into acting, I know you talked about how you started as a young child, but was there ever a time you doubted yourself or felt discouraged or thought maybe this was not the path for you? Because many times we hear conversations of how people get into acting and some people just tend to excel and excel in a lot of money that comes to them, and then some people it seems like it's building. Was there ever a time, you know, you felt that maybe this wasn't for me, and how did you handle that, if you did?
I mean, like every other industry, there are woes, you know. I did, when I started, it wasn't quite palatable, I won't lie. But I stayed in it because, like I said, this is a calling for me, so it's beyond my circumference or the traction that, you know, that comes with being an actor. Yes, there were hurdles. Yes, I went for auditions and I didn't get picked. And because I didn't live in Lagos at the time. You know, I moved from Abuja to Lagos. I was doing radio in Abuja, and my best friend at the time, Dr. Inya Lawal, said to me, bro, you got to come to Lagos. Stop what you're doing. You studied theater arts, so why you know...
Not applying that.
Yeah. So I jumped on a plane with 1,150 naira in my account. Yeah. And I showed up in Lagos. And I came for a reality TV show that I got picked. We flew to Ghana. I came back to Lagos. I was supposed to go to the States for a month and 2 weeks, but I got denied my visa. So I stayed back in Lagos. And she calls me up, listen, I know you're down. Your plan was to go to Hollywood and do,
Hollywood things.
Yeah. But AY has an audition. He's doing a sitcom. This was 2012. You know, so just go for it. I was like, listen, I'm out. I don't have money. I don't have the time. Please don't disturb me. She said, just go for it, bro. And I go for it, and the rest is history. I'm doing season 2 with AY, and myself and AY, we just did a film. It's called The Waiter. It's coming out in December. It's a beautiful piece. I'm not gonna lie. AY, Ayo Makun outdid himself. The story, it's that film that will put us, you know, on the map. Yeah, because it's a beautiful one. It's a beautiful one.
There's something I see in the industry where, you know, we have veterans and then we have, you know, some actors who are made to be in the shadows. I felt that way when I watched Merry Men 3.
Right.
It felt like, you know, taking Jim Ike out was, you know, opening the door for you to then come in. Have you ever felt in such a way in any of this, you know, in your career?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm a spiritual person, you know, so if a project doesn't come to me, it's God's will. You get what I mean? Being in Merry Men 3, I didn't see it happening. I didn't, I'm not gonna lie. And I got a call from the producer, Darlington, and Darlington was like, yo, we need you on Merry Men 3. I'm like, okay. I didn't do 1, I didn't do 2. 3 isn't a bad number. You know, so, and I jumped on it. I didn't even know Jim Ike was on it because I haven't seen it, you know. So if it does happen to you, you do part 1 or you're in a sequel and they kick you out. It's not because you're bad. It's not because, it's just divine. There are other projects that are gonna come that will stand the test of time. Do you get what I mean? So it's not a problem. As a matter of fact, I look forward to mishaps like that because it gives me the opportunity to challenge my Heavenly Father and say, oh, okay, I missed out on this. And to my earthly knowledge, this is meant to be the project. But what God has in store for me is way bigger.
So you mentioned,
let's go into a little bit private.
Okay.
Let's ask you something.
Private?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me cover up now.
What did you study in school? Let's get to know you. Also, what was your first movie?
My first movie? My first movie is Bambitious.
Seriously?
I think it's on YouTube. Bambitious, that was a romantic drama, I think. I had dreadlocks at the time. You know, Belinda Effa, Daniel K. Daniel, Lady Ebele Okaro.
Still, you started with some big names.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were very favored in this journey. Did you hustle a lot before getting...
I wouldn't say I hustled, because, you know...
You explained the radio thing.
I did, I started with AY. You know, the sitcom, AY's Crib. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
It was quite big at the time. So after doing that, the writer on AY's Crib introduced me to a director.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that's how I got on that film, and...
The rest is history.
Yeah, the rest
but
is
you know,
history.
there's something I noticed. You talk about God a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Usually you think celebs and all these Nollywood people are just balling. You don't need God, but you seem to mention him a lot. I know you mentioned Anglican Church, but usually we don't see people. Yes, it's Pentecostals. If you had said Redeem or one of those, you know. So could you tell us about your journey, your spiritual journey? Is this something you'd like to share?
I mean, of course. I give kudos to my mother for setting a foundation for me, you know, and it's not been easy, but you just need to have the consciousness of Jesus in what you do. it's beyond your denomination. You know, you can go to church every day and still, because I heard you guys talking about ritual and all whatnot. Some of these kids go to church.
Yes.
They pay fat tithes, and the pastor's not going to say no to that. Do you get what I mean? So it's just having the consciousness of Christ in you. And that's my journey. That's my personal journey with God, being conscious of what I'm doing, being kind to the next person, you know, and basically just being conscious. So you know the difference between right and wrong. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it's an everyday tussle. Yeah.
Sorry, so you didn't tell us what you studied.
Oh, I studied theater.
You mentioned it earlier
University of Abuja.
before you asked the question.
Yeah, University of Abuja.
I wanted to. You're not on social media like the way celebrities are on social media. Like you're not everywhere. We don't see you shutting down the clubs or doing all of that. You're not peppering us with your muscles and all of that. And you also mentioned that you don't just act in any movie. And yet, you're the same person that said you came to Lagos without much. So I'm wondering, at what point did the trust fund kick in? Because if you were comfortable enough not to pick some stories because you did not like the story, it didn't mean you have money.
Standards.
Or how did you survive in that process of selecting what you wanted to do?
I get what you're trying to say. So this is my advice to you, if you're listening. Right? Ijebu Garri is very cheap. So you go drink out. So you would drink it. So I had months when I was, you know, enjoying my Kulikuli and Ijebu Garri and saying no to productions that I don't want to do, especially characters, not even productions, characters that I don't want to do, that I don't connect with, that wouldn't tell my story. Because as an actor, yes, there is the character that you're playing, but you're telling a story, right? So a little bit of you is in that character. Do you get what I'm saying? So I had years of not doing anything, and I would wait and pray. And I'd like to say thank you to my big sis, Nena, for accommodating me at the time, because you know she was more than an angel. You know, so there are times, there are hard times. There are hard times, and you must stay there. You have to stay there, because at the end of the day, if you don't, you're going to miss out on this beautiful table with these beautiful women. You get what I'm saying? So,
Thank you for that.
We have some of your fans on our YouTube. Mina says, I first saw him on AY script, fantastic actor.
Thank you.
Yes. Someone else. One fan.
Yes,
in fact, they are browsing your chest. They say they always open chest inside a movie. Say, fine chest. Please, I want to see him more.
Oh, wow.
So that's September production. A lot of them are, you know, fans of yours, and they have list of movies
that they have seen you
in. Yeah. One says, but he likes to play bad guy too much.
And you should go and watch The Weekend.
Okay, yes.
The Weekend is in cinemas.
So, do you have any comments you want to take? Or your final comments? Obviously, you've spoken about The Weekend. Can you give us details about how people can get to see that, and what else you're working on?
Okay, so The Weekend is in cinemas across the country. It is a beautiful piece that I am very proud of. It did so well outside the shores of this country. I think it's the first Nigerian film to be picked by Tribeca in over 22 years. And Tribeca is the biggest American film festival. It also got picked by Scream, which is the biggest American horror film festival. It's screening at the British Film Institute Festival. It's also screening at the biggest film festival in Europe, Austria, actually. So it's a film this film was shot in 2022, right? And by the grace of God, it's done so well abroad. It will be a shame, an embarrassment.
If it's not replicated.
Yeah, if us as a people, because it's our film. You know, it's our film. It's made in Nigeria. So it's time that we.
So this is a weekend movie, guys.
Yes.
Let's support our own and support Bucci Franklin. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it, and any other thing. And once I see your face, you know, your face now means it's a good movie. So,
thank you.
Cheers for all the good work you're doing, and we pray that God will continue to support you to tell the story, tell his story, tell the right story.